Should've listened to myself. I'm always trying to second guess these things. Everything I felt, but you just had me tied up in your strings. And maybe it was all in my head, girl, I'm all in my head. But you just made me feel so insecure. All in my head, girl, I'm sick in my head. And I thought you'd be my cure. But you were never what I need. You were never what I need. You was never all that bad. Could've swore that we would last. Lovers in the wintertime, sending chills down my spine. And all we do is run in circles. Yeah, we run in circles. And I can't let go. Yeah, I got all these demons, went through hell just to conceal them. Then I got so fucked up on your love. Now I'm over the feeling. Now I'm dealing with feeling something more than enough. And maybe it was all in my head, but you just made me feel so insecure. All in my head, sick in my head. And I thought you'd be mine. You were never what I need. But you were never what I need. But you were never what I need. But you were never what I need.
Welcome everybody here today for some great Rocket League action on stream. My name is Axtro, and today we're going to be getting some great UW-Stout Rocket League. The 4-2 Stout Blue Devils are headed up against the 2-4 Rochester Community Technical College. I do believe I got that one right. We're going to get ready to get into the games here very soon, but going to be some great games today, as always, here on the UW-Stout esports stream. This Stout team, 4-2, looking to pick up their 5th win. They're certainly currently sitting, I believe, 3rd inside of their little division. I'm not entirely sure on how this play versus series, how qualifying for this playoff bracket works, but they are currently sitting 3rd in their little group pool, so that's a pretty good standing so here far. For the Blue Devils, as they're taking on, like I said earlier, the Rochester Community Technical College Rocket League squad here. So it should definitely be a fantastic game, as we are going to be hopefully getting into the game soon. But right now we're getting a little bit of a technical issue here, just like we had last time I was on stream. We just can't seem to avoid them. And that was when Stout played Keene State. We were supposed to have a doubleheader, but Sam Houston's games had to update, and I guess that took a really long time. So we are waiting right now for RCTC to go ahead and get something ready. Top 2 teams in the division are both undefeated, and Stout is sitting in 3rd at 4-2. So a win here would be huge, especially if those 2 teams at the top drop a game. That puts Stout only 1 game back, which would be absolutely huge for their kind of push there for the top of the table in that sense. And a game against the 2-4 RCTC is definitely a great chance to do that. It's a fantastic opportunity to play one of the weaker teams in the group, just looking at it from a on paper kind of standpoint. So Stout's got a really great opportunity ahead of them here to try to grab some points and, you know, really give themselves a shot at getting to the top of the rankings here. Because like I said, currently they're 2 games back on the top 2 as they're sitting in 3rd place. So they're not out of it yet. There's definitely a chance for them to still get up there. But they're going to need some of those top guys to kind of slip and lose some games. Maybe they shouldn't too as well. But definitely Stout is not out of it yet, as we are just hoping to get into this lobby soon. Looks like something is still going awry here. But yeah, if you're just joining us, welcome. We have some great Rocket League action tonight between UW-Stout and Rochester Community Technical College, as we are just hoping to get into the game here soon, as we are just waiting for RCTC to join the lobby, and then we will get you guys some amazing Rocket League action here. Stout has looked phenomenal so far in this spring split. They're currently 4-2. They've looked in great form, especially after the fall split, where maybe they fell a little bit short of the expectations they set for themselves early in the season and kind of coming into the WEC championships. But looks like they've had a pretty successful rebound here in the spring split. I mean, they've definitely looked fantastic, and at 4-2, you can't be disappointed at all. So Stout really looking to turn the page and keep the good momentum rolling, as we are going to get to see them here hopefully very soon. The last time I said that, we ended up missing an entire series due to technical difficulties, but hopefully we're going to get to see a great game here between them and RCTC, as hopefully this game will get underway here soon. Stout definitely going to be favored in this one. I mean, on paper, 4-2 versus 2-4, and overall Stout has been a pretty strong team contending with those top 2 guys at the top of the kind of group here. I know they played Keene State very well, even though the result didn't turn out how they're looking. It was a very good series against Keene State regardless. And I know Stout is ready to go, as we can peek out the window here in our door, and we can take a little look at them. They look ready to go. They look focused up over there, as we are just waiting for RCTC to join up here. Hopefully we can get that soon, and we can get this game underway for you folks eventually. As we're just hopefully we can get them to join here soon. Maybe some technical difficulties on that side, as we might have an update. We don't have an update. They're still not here. Yeah, let's take another peek out there. Yeah, looks like the boys are having a jolly old time out there, about 3 rows deep into the esports arena. So at least they're having fun out there. I'm in this nice little room here we have in the esports arena. Just in case you're a Stout student and you're wanting to use the esports arena, I got the hours right here behind me, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can come into the esports arena as long as you're a student here at UW-Stout. All you need is your Stout ID. And on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., you, a UW-Stout student, can come into the esports arena and you can use it again. You could use it 6 days of the week. No Sundays, sorry guys. Those are reserved for the library being closed for the most part. No reservations needed. Just like the board says, you just need a student ID. So don't try to come in here without a student ID. You won't be able to get in. As hopefully we get a positive update this time from the production room. We're going to wait and see what they say here. There's a GIF of a cat that keeps looping every time I look at the screen. And it's just a confused cat, and that's kind of how I feel right now. We are waiting for a third to join, so right now we're going to throw it to break, and last time I threw it to break, we ended up not playing an entire series, so hopefully that doesn't happen again, but stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Hopefully we'll have this series up soon. We will send you guys the break, and like I said, hopefully we will see you guys soon.
I'm a drop in the ocean, just a face in a crowd waiting to be seen. Big dreams set in motion. I wanna go where no one's ever been. I would climb the highest mountain. I would dive the deepest sea, just so I could make you feel what I feel. Aiming for the sky. Yeah, I really thought we'd make it. Got my head in the clouds, but I can see the world from up here, from up here, from up here. The world from up here, from up here, from up here. Can see the world from up here. Go ahead, call me crazy. I always see the good in everyone. Blue-eyed and naive, wow. Way up here, I can see the sun. I would climb the highest mountain. I would dive the deepest sea, just so I could make you feel what I feel. Aiming for the sky. Yeah, I really thought we'd make it. Got my head in the clouds, but I can see the world from up here.
Folks, I am happy to say I am only 1 for 2 for having to cancel an entire game for a technical delay. RCTC is ready to go, so we will be getting to this game very shortly here. UW-Stout versus Rochester Community Technical College will be coming back to you here very shortly. Thankfully, I didn't curse 2 series in a row that I've been here, but we were close. We were close, I'm not going to lie. We might have been close, but hopefully we are getting ready to get into this match here any second now. Thank you guys for sticking around. In case you are just joining us here for the first time, my name is Axtro, like it says right there on the screen. We are getting ready for some great play versus action between 4-2 UW-Stout and 2-4 Rochester Community Technical College. Wow, that is a mouthful to say. RCTC definitely coming into this as the underdogs on paper, but you can never count out any team here in Rocket League. It's just such a high-paced, highly physical game where if pull off a couple good bumps, couple good demos, you could flip the entire game on its head and suddenly you're up 2-0 when you should be down 0-3. So definitely a huge game, a little bit of luck involved all the time in Rocket League. Especially with some kickoffs, some 50s, and things like that. But we are getting ready to get into game number 1 here, folks. UW-Stout and RCTC. as this one's quickly going to be in favor of RTC. Oh my goodness, and a missed open net opportunity there from the Yellow Jackets, and Stout's going to be reeling back on defense. This one's crossbar down, and RCTC is going to find it on the second try there, 1-0. And we just see Wolf, very clean touch. Nobody's there for Stout, and crossbar down. Beautiful shot there. And RCTC is going to take it 1-0, and Wolf is wondering, where's Bob the Huge Man? He is not happy. He's distraught even that Bob the Huge Man is not here. Alpha's going to go for that one, but it's going to be 50'd up. This ball now coming off the sidewall. Trey is going to get one. He's going to look for another, but it's going to be taken away. This one's down to Isk. Isk looks for the pass to Trey, but Trey's on his way back. Here comes Trey now, and he's going to get cut by Alpha. Alpha's going to go for the dribble. That's going to be 50'd up. Isk is there. Goes, he's going to get one. Maybe looking for a pass down to Trey. Gets the reset, and it's going to be just wide of the net here. Stout now having to hustle back onto defense. Here's a pop here from Skyler, but Alpha's going to send it right back on the net. Almost in the net, but Wolf just gets back in time. And this one's off into the corner. Demo here coming out from Trey, but Wolf returns the favor. Alpha now offside wall is going to get one touch, but it's not a very strong one. It's going to be eaten up by Wolf at the goal line. Isk now looking for a 50, no can do. Trey gets one, trying to pass it back out the middle, but no, it's over Alpha. Stout coming back on defense here. Good demo there by Alpha to relieve some of the pressure from Treyway. Treyway gets one. He's got possession, looking for another, but takes a 50. Offside wall now, Wolf. He's going to try to get it off backboard. A miss there from Alpha. That's an open net. Is anybody there for Stout? And a great save from Isk. Comes out of nowhere, and he's going to get a fantastic save to keep this one out of the net. Trey takes possession now. Here's a counterattack for Stout. He's going to get the one. He almost gets the dunk, but no, it's going to just get deflected away. Alpha now has it, and he's just doesn't get the touch he wants. Is going to opt to 50 instead. This is up to Skyler. No boost. What can he do? He's going to end up getting one touch, and nobody's there for Stout. And a good save on the goal line by Alpha Ray again. And Stout's kept two close calls out of the net now. Isk grabs a 50. No, he beats him, but Wolf is there and wait. Alpha now going up sidewall. No boost, so he's just going to get the one. Here comes a backboard shot here from Trey, but it's going to roll down. I don't think that was the touch he was looking for there, as now Isk gets beat. It's back now to Alpha. And here comes a good run here from RCTC. This one's going to be popped off back wall. Wolf goes, but he's not going to get a great touch, and it's fallen to Treyway. Treyway opts not to go for the flip, as Isk is going to take it. He's going to get 150, and that's going to be good touch from Alpha to send it back. Here comes Wolf, though. He's going to look for the double tap, and he's going to find it. What a beautiful shot there from Wolf. And RCTC is going to go up two now as we take another look at this one. Trey goes up to challenge, but he's the only one there. Nobody home for Stout, and it's an open net goal there off a beautiful double touch there from Wolf, I do believe it was, as now RCTC is up 2-0. What can they do now is this one. Early kickoff here, in advantage of Stout, as Skyler's going to have it. This one's going to be off back wall. Isk is up. He's going to get one touch. He's going to grab a second. Almost gets it in, but Skyler with a nice 50. Alpha pops it up. It's going to be off back wall. Who's there for Stout to challenge? That's going to be Trey. It's going to be up the crossbar. Here's a low shot from Isk, and Stout's going to get within striking distance once again. 1-2 now. Stout looking to fight their way back into this one. As we see Trey there, just gets a nice touch off the crossbar, and it falls perfectly down to Isk, and Isk has pretty much anywhere in the net to shoot. He opts to shoot low, and RCTC is not there to cover, so Stout now gets their first one in this series, and it is 1-2. 2 minutes to play now as Isk goes for a kind of cross the map dribble there, but it's shut down very quickly. Here comes a challenge from, I do not recall who that was actually. Isk now is going to have the ball. He's going to look for one. No boost. He's going to leave it for Alpha. Alpha stopped by Wolf. Here comes Skyler up sidewall. Got to take a boost. What can he do? It's going to be a reset here, but no, he misses the reset, but it's awkward for Stout. They need to get this ball out quick as Isk going to take it off sidewall himself. He's got a little bit in the tank. He's going to get one. Looking for the reset. Gets it. Fakes the hit. And oh, so close there for Isk. Fakes the reset. And this one's going to be back in the RCTC half, so they did not really get that ball out and clear. Isk almost gets a nice dunk, but it's just out of his reach. This one's coming down. It's going to be a nice clear from Alpha. Alpha looking for the double. He's got the touch, but it's way off target. Isk now is going to fake that touch, leaves it for Trey. That's a good shot from Trey, but Wolf's there to cover the top right corner. 1 minute left. Can Stout find the equalizer, or is RCTC going to take game number 1? Treyway is going to get one. Looking for the dunk. Gets another touch. It's down to Isk now. Just out of Isk's reach. He's going to look for the pass out to mid, but nobody there for Stout. Trey is going to keep it inside of the orange half, as this one's going to go underneath him as Alpha takes it. He's going to go up. He's got a little bit of boost to work with. He's going to get the reset. And this was a good dunk. Is this going to be able to finish? And it's a good save on the goal line. Skylar's going to try to clear it out, but it's going to fall right to Trey. Trey, full take a boost, is going to get one. Alpha's up, but it's just past him. So close here, so many times for Stout. Isk is going to pepper it off the backboard. Trey gets bumped on the attempt. We're going to see this one come out to mid. Is this going to be able to finish it? And it's just off the side post. 10 seconds left here for Stout. Can they find the equalizer? Or is this one just going to slip out of their grasp? Alpha is going to put it off back wall. This is the last chance for Stout to find something in this game. 1 second. Is Trey going to be able to put it on? No, but this ball's still up. Alpha's got a chance, and no, that one's just going to fall and hit the ground. And RCTC is going to take game number 1. So that was a really close one there. And I guess Ty Guy is inside the booth with me today. What's up, buddy? I didn't realize he was here, but a very close game number 1 there. Stout, I feel like that one just slipped out of their grasp. They had so many chances there to capitalize and score those goals, but I think there was probably 3 or 4 goals that they should have found there in about a 45-second span, and they just didn't, whether it's just a miscommunication, a misplay on the shot, or even just getting bumped off by some good defense there by RCTC. They just couldn't find the goals that they needed to tie that one up and maybe force an overtime. So we're going to be heading to game number 2 with UW-Stout, the clear favorites on paper in this game. They're down in the series 0-1. As we're going to see how they respond here in game number 2. Isk off back wall. It's up to Trey. This one's maybe hanging around the backboard, but nobody's going to capitalize for Stout. Alpha now gets one. He's going to look for another. Gets a second. Opts for the 50. This one's awkward here for RCTC, as it looks like Stout was going back, but a good cut there by Isk. Can't find another one. There's a shot from Alpha, and he just gets it by him. A beautiful hit there, as now Stout is going to be the one to strike first here in this game, as we see Alpha just hit an absolute rope, 73 miles an hour. And he's going to just slot it past Wolf there for goal number 1 in this game. So now Stout is up 1-0 here, as that's a good kickoff from RCTC, but it's going to be Trey who takes advantage. That was almost a good shot on there, but it ended up being blocked, as we're going to see Wolf get one touch and picks up the demo on Trey. This one's off sidewall. And it looks like we're going to have Death Foretold here. He's going to be looking to grab this one, as it's going to be off the back wall there. Isk now takes a touch. This one's going to be popped up. It's going to be Trey who grabs it. Alpha maybe thinking about a shot, but opts to run back. And now awkward here for Alpha. He's going to have to make a good save, and he does. Bounces off crossbar. Death Foretold puts one down. That's going to be a nice pop here for Isk. Isk has got a chance. He beats one. He's looking for the double, and he almost finds it. And a weird redirect out there, but it's going to end up falling to Trey, but Trey gets dunked now. Stout having to hustle back now into the corner. Death Foretold trying to find a bump, trying to disrupt it. Cause a little bit of chaos here on the goal line. Trey might have a shot. That's going to be a beautiful save there from, I believe that might have been Skylar. And what a save to keep that one out of the net. Bounces it off his own crossbar here, but the danger is not averted. Death Foretold is going to get beat, but Alpha puts a nice shot on. Skylar makes a great goal line save, though. That's a beautiful shot, but a better save. Stout still only up 1 here. They're going to be looking for a second. They've had possession of this ball almost the entire game. What can they do to capitalize? This one's sent far into the corner now. Trey off sidewall. He's got a bit of boost to work with, but he's not going to find the right touch. Alpha's just going to get one more to be able to clear it out, but a big hit there from Wolf, and now it's going to be RCTC on the counterattack, and Wolf is going to put that in the perfect place. We're going to take another look at that, but Wolf just comes right off sidewall, and that's a beautiful hit. It's just out of his reach. Really just a perfectly placed ball there from Wolf. And that's going to be 1-1 here. This game's all tied up. And kickoff here, a little bit awkward here for RCTC, as Wolf is going to start to take it. But it's going to be taken away by Isk off sidewall, as we're going to see this one fall to Treyway. Treyway doesn't get the touch. It still manages to find its way into the corner. Wolf now, he's got it. He's got one. There's a dunk and a great save on the goal line by Skylar. Can Death Foretold have anything to save it here? RCTC scrambling back, but now they're on the counterattack. Death Foretold, that's a 50 up to the side. Isk is just going to try to take it in the corner, try to slow this ball down a little bit. Let Stout try to recover and get back on defense. Treyway now gets a flick. That's going to be a pass to Alpha, but it's going to be broken up there pretty quickly by Skylar. Isk now leaves it for Treyway, who takes it. He's going to grab another 50 and give the demo as well on Wolf. Isk looking for a solo play maybe. This one's right up, just hanging around in that corner. Stout has had possession of this ball for most of the game, but they've only got one goal to show for it. And that's going to be a nice touch there from Wolf to get it over. Skylar looking for another one to follow, but can't. Isk is just left awkward hanging around there as Alpha's going to get one touch. He's going to look for maybe a pass, and he's going to get the reset, and a beautiful shot there, but a great save by Wolf to keep it out. Isk is going to try to keep the pressure high. Alpha gets the reset, looks for the flick, doesn't grab it. Trey's there, he tries to put the shot on, but it's just a little out of his reach. Alpha now is going to get one. He tries to find the reset, doesn't get it, almost gets a beautiful pinch, but what clinical goal line defense are we seeing here from RCTC? They have been absolutely insane on the goal line all series. They are barely letting anything get by them, as now they're going to need a little bit more magic one more time. Isk now, he's going to get one touch off sidewall. He's going to pop it way up here. Isk trying to find another one, but no. It's going to be Treyway up next for Stout as he's going to take possession into the corner. That one's going to be popped up. Treyway gets demoed there by Skylar. Alpha trying to take possession of this, but Death for Toll is there. As now Treyway, that's going to get past him. Alpha's going to put a nice one on. Trey maybe looking for the bump on Skylar, doesn't find it, and that's a big-time dunk, but nobody's there. It's just hanging around in front of net. Isk now is going to go up next for Stout. He's going to have one. He's just going to try to play it out for the 50. Accidentally bumps Alpha. That's not what he's meaning to do, and Isk gets demoed. Trey's just going to have to take a 50 here. Alpha returns the bump. Demo favor there, as Isk is going to look for the shot, and it's going to be way wide off of back wall. 30 seconds left. We're still all tied up at 1. This is anybody's game to win, but it's also anybody's game to lose. Alpha is going to get one touch here. Kind of hanging around sidewall. It's going to be cleared away. Trey's going to take possession. That's a double demo there. And this one's going to be hit over. It's falling to Alpha. Alpha, very mechanical. What can he try to pull off here with 8 seconds left? It's going to fall to Isk. Isk is going to put a nice shot on, and there it is for Stout. The goal they so desperately needed to push themselves through. They're up 2-1 now, and unless something catastrophic happens on the kickoff, they've sealed this game away. A fantastic play there from Stout, and they are going to be up now. They just need a clean kickoff and to kill this ball quick. 3 seconds left, and that's going to look like a great kickoff for Stout. And unless something happens here for RCTC, they're going to need a miracle. Isk is just going to kill this ball, and UW-Stout grabs their first game win of the series. Stout ties the series up 1-1 here. What a phenomenal game there from Stout, but really these two teams have just been trading blows, but it's not been offensive blows, it's been defensive blows. Absolutely amazing defense has been coming out so far from both teams, and especially RCTC to hold Stout off for that long. I'd probably say Stout had possession of the ball for 70-75% of that game, and RCTC went so long without conceding that second goal. They almost pulled it off. All they needed was one clean counterattack, but they couldn't find it. As we're going to see a little bit of a preset change here, I believe, from Death Foretold. As that's going to be a good save to start off here for Wolf, and the goal line defense for RCTC is already becoming known. Trey is going to just take whatever touch he can get here. A good 50 there, as this one's going to be hit towards the midfield. Isk now is going to take possession. He's going to have a reset. He's going to opt not to use it. Goes for a high pop, but it's going to be taken by Wolf. Wolf, 2 saves already in this game, and we're 30 seconds in. Maybe a counterattack here for RCTC. They have been absolutely deadly so far on the counterattacks. That's a good shot on, but it's going to be taken away immediately. Wolf just trying to find a touch. Death Foretold just going to get a big boom, try to clear it away. That was a beautiful pass that ended up going up there, but it's broken up. Alpha now has possession, but not a lot of boost to work with. Goes for a high flick. He's going to get it, and somehow that's going to find the back of the net. So Alpha, unlikely just a flick, he's trying to clear out to force RCTC back onto defense. Somehow that one's going to find the top right corner. and a shot that I don't think anybody here from Stout was expecting to go in. They find themselves up one early here with 4:06 left to go, and maybe a second one. Isk has got a chance to double, and he's gonna do it. UW-Stout scores 2 goals here in the first minute. As Isk, an absolutely beautiful solo play. All he has to do is beat Death Foretold, and he puts that ball in perfectly. Top left corner slot there from Isk, and Stout's up 2-0. Kickoff now, kind of lingering up in the air. Who's going to be there first? And it's going to be Death Foretold who's there, but nothing's going to come of it as RCTC is going to be scrambling back onto defense. Wolf now, he's got a chance. He's got the reset, and a little bit of miscommunication between teammates. Somebody's got to get to this ball for Stout. They're all just hanging around, playing tag in the goal box, but that's not going to score you goals. And speaking of scoring goals, what a chance here for Stout. It's a miss there from Skylar. He's going to have to get around to it, but Isk is going to find his second goal of the game as a big-time miscommunication and a big-time miss there from Skylar. He's just not able to recover in time as Death Foretold isn't able to get back in time either. Big blunder there from RCTC. Stout's up 3 now, as this is the biggest explosion of offense we've seen all series in game number 3. Skylar looking for one, but he can't find it. Alpha, he's gonna try to take possession, no boost. Tries to find the 50, doesn't get it. Trey puts a very close shot. I don't think I was expecting that one to go quite as far as it did there. Death Foretold is gonna get one. Skylar trying to find the pre-flip touch. That's going to be a shot on, but Wolf's going to intercept it in the midfield. Back down to Trey. He's got a lot of boost. What can he do? A little bit of a weaker flick there, but it's still going to prove to be a danger. Alpha now. That's going to be popped off sidewall, but it's cleared away by Wolf. Isk is going to take it in the middle. He's going to keep possession here for Stout. Trey is going to try to take one touch, grabs the second, but it's not going to go where he wants it to, and now suddenly Stout find themselves on defense. Alpha's gonna try to take it off back wall, looking for a 50, gets it. And a great 50 there for Alpha. He's gonna be coming off side wall with a full tank of boost. Isk is already up. Is this gonna be a team play? No, Trey's gotta hustle back. This is dangerous now. And a miss there from Skylar on a what would be for sure goal. Absolutely chaos is unfolding here. Isk now is just trying to clear this ball out. Skylar's there to intercept. Alpha gets bumped, but he still manages to make the save. This is coming off side wall. Who's going to be there for Stout? It's going to be Alpha. He's going to get one touch there to just try to keep it out of the net. There's just clear from Isk. And Stout maybe has a second of breathing room. No, here comes Skylar for the play. It's going to be off back wall. Who's there now? Alpha, but it's right down to Death Foretold. But the bad touch there from Death, and now suddenly Stout had a chance, but it's going to be cleared way back into the corner again. High energy gameplay coming out here. Trey maybe has a chance to shoot. It's wide to the left. Can he follow? No, Alpha gets bumped up. And very, very chaotic gameplay is happening now. Alpha now, he's got a little bit of dribble started. He's going to get the reset. Can't find another touch. Isk now, he's up. He's got half a tank. He's going to find a reset. No flick for him, though. Trey's going to try to just keep it in the corner, but now it's going to be Alpha. Alpha looking for the 50, doesn't get it now. Counterattack possibly brewing here for RCTC. A touch there from Death, but he's not going to get really possession of that ball as he can't even hang around for the 50. Isk is going to get this 50. This is popped up. Alpha's going to be first one there. Offside wall, it's going to find itself to Isk. Isk, and now a big shot here, but it's going to be a little bit wide. How can Wolf follow it up? He can't. He's got no boost. In fact, the entirety of this RCTC team has been out of boost for most of this game. They have been low on boost. As they're finally going to head back on defense and find a little bit. Death now is going to get one touch on a nice 50. This one's going to be popped up to Trey. He's going to try to find another 50, but he gets beat there. Skylar gets one. He's looking for the double, but he's got no boost to do it, and Alpha's going to take it away before he has the chance. Can Stout close out game number 3? They have a 3-goal lead to protect here with 40 seconds to go, and they have looked absolutely great on defense so far in this one. Skylar's going to beat one, but it's going to find itself to Isk, who gets a nice touch. Maybe a chance here for Stout, but no. Wolf bangs it off back wall. There's a shot on, and it's an open net. Treyway is going to find his first goal of the game, and Stout seals this one away. Game 3 is in the palm of their hands. Just a beautiful shot there from Trey. He sees the open net. He knows all I have to do is just put it on target, and that's exactly what he does. Puts it right on target. Open net goal there for Treyway. 4-0, and maybe a lifeline there for RCTC, but Treyway gets back to it. Now he's going to get one touch. Isk is there. Can they find another one? And oh my goodness, Isk fakes the shot, and that's going to be just enough to fool the defense. We look at it again. That's the last hit there from Trey. Isk fakes the shot, and he manages to fool Wolf, who thinks Isk is going to go for the redirect. Stout's going to grab a 5th one in this game. Stout has looked firmly in control, and this is the type of gameplay we are expecting to see from them in game number 1. Stout was the clear favorites here on paper, and now they're finally playing like it. 5 seconds to go on what's going to be an absolutely dominant game, and no, Wolf just has to get one more to break up the clean sheet. So Wolf manages to break up the clean sheet. I couldn't find the word there for a second. Clean sheet there. As this one is going to be over, as Stout just tries to let the game end. As looks like nobody goes for kickoff and they just let Wolf score. So Stout, regardless of what the antics at the end of that game, Stout's going to win it 5-2. As now Stout goes up 2-1 in this series. They looked great in that game, and they are looking like the team that they should be playing like on paper. I mean, on paper, huge favorites here are Stout, and they're finally playing like it. 5-0 into the last couple seconds, and they end up winning that one only by 5-2. But regardless, that's a great win there for Stout, as now they're going to be up 2-1 in this series. We are getting ready here to hop into game number 4, where Stout's going to try to put this one away. But just maybe, if RCTC can steal game number 4, they have a lifeline. They have a chance to force us to game number 5, where they might have a chance to upset the number 3 seeded Stout here in this group. We're going to have to wait to get into game number 4 to find out. And here we are, game number 4. It looks like it's going to be Treyway with an early chance at this one. Gets the touch on the double, but it's not going to find anything. Wolf now going for the touch. Can't find it. A double commit there from Stout. And this is the lifeline I was talking about, but it's off the crossbar. Death just misses it. And I thought for sure that ball was going in, but it just doesn't find the back of the net. A counterattack for Stout. Trey puts it on net. It's dangerous now despite a Skylar save. This ball is coming around now. Skylar's looking for the 50. Going to be to Treyway, gets a pop for 1, is going to try to find the second touch. That's a great play, but no, he's there. Alpha fakes 2, Isk looking for the double. He gets bumped off though. Is anybody there? Alpha's there, but it's a great save on the goal line by Wolf. This start of this game has been just as chaotic as the last. Trey now is going to look for a passing play to Alpha. It's going to be taken away in the midfield as Wolf picks up a double demo there. Isk grabs 1 touch, looking for the follow-up, but no. That's one's going to find its way back to Alpha, as Alpha looks for the boom, but it's going to get taken down by Skylar. That one almost finds the net on a 50 there from Skylar, but Death Foretold is here now, and Isk manages to get it out to the corner. Wolf pops it up now. Up is Skylar. He's going to grab 1 touch, gets the reset, finds another good 50, but it's going to go down to Isk. Isk now, full tank of boost, is going to beat 1. Looking for the double. Can he find it? No, it's a good save on the goal line by Wolf. As now Skylar's going to take it up. This one's going to find its way back down. Trey looking to get up for that one, but he's going to opt to play it around. We're going to see Wolf here is going to get a nice touch out to middle, but Treyway is there. Treyway up to Alpha. Alpha maybe down to Isk, who might have been there in middle, but we'll never know. As now this one's headed back to Treyway. Alpha, a little bit of a pre-jump there. Double commit there from Stout, but it's going to end up pinching right to Alpha, which is going to go right back out to Isk, but Treyway is the one who takes the shot, and it's saved off the crossbar again. What defense am I watching in this game? As this one's not going to be a good pop there from Isk. Very unfortunate little pinch off the sidewall, as that's going to be an own goal for RCTC. Absolutely devastating. We just have to take a look at that. Death maybe trying to cut it off in the midfield, just doesn't get the right touch, gets it with maybe the hood of his car when he was trying to get it with the wheels to slow it down, and he's going to own goal. That is not what you want to see if you're RCTC. You're trying to keep a lifeline in this game. You're trying to give yourself a chance of game 5, and instead you're just making the path back so much harder, as Wolf is going to get a nice save off the backboard there. Treyway now is going to try to find it to middle. He might have Isk, but the connection just isn't there. So close there for Stout. This one's going to be up. Treyway lying in wait, but it's going to be Isk who ends up getting beat there, as Trey's just going to catch and bring it up back wall. Trey now looking for the 50, but gets beat. Staying in the corner. Death foretold, this is off back wall. Alpha and Isk both missed there, but the shot's not going to be on target from Skylar. Trey just tries to get the 50 out, and that one's just a little bit left. That's the best chance RCTC has seen in probably 2 or 3 games here to get an easy goal like that, but they just can't capitalize. Less than 2 minutes left. Isk is already up. Could this be to Alpha again? And no, the side post strikes again for Stout, and that one's off the crossbar. The post right now is playing absolutely phenomenal defense for RCTC, as that one probably would have been off the crossbar again, but Skylar stops before it even has the chance. The post right now might be Stout's worst enemy, as I think they've shot 3 potential goals off the post, and RCTC, there it is. There's the lifeline I've been talking about. This is what they've been looking for. They've tied it up now with 90 seconds. All it takes is a good bump play, a good demo play, or a lucky kickoff, a lucky 50 even, to go their way, and suddenly we go to game number 5. So what could be absolutely huge here for RCTC? Can they close this game out? Can they find another goal? Can they even get it to overtime? That's what we're going to have to be finding out here in these last 80 seconds. This one's coming down to the wall. It's going to be Trey who has it. Doesn't get the touch. Alpha's going to try to play it slow there, but Death is all over it. Alpha tries to take a 50. This one's out to mid, but a good save by Trey. The danger's far from over yet, though. And a miss there from Stout. Isk is going to have to do something to get it out, and he manages to get the right touch. Low boost here for RCTC. They need to get back on defense, or they need to score right here, right now. Full boost now for the squad, as we're going to see Isk goes up for it, only gets a slight touch. He's just got to try to keep it out of the net. There's going to be taken away to the corner now. Skylar, little bit of boost. He's going to be trying to find a pass in mid. Gets one touch, but it's right down to Isk. Isk looking for Alpha now. Is Alpha there? No, he chooses not to go. Trey now with a shot. That one might find the net, but it's a good save on the goal line by Skylar. Here we go now. Can Stout find something? 30 seconds left. Can Stout find the goal in the late stages of this game? Death now is going to get one touch. A 50 there by Alpha keeps it in the corner. Death gets a nice boom, and that one's going to go up, but Alpha's there to intercept. Maybe a shot chance here from Treyway, but he's got to hustle back on defense. 10 seconds left in this game. Will we get overtime, or will one of these teams get the goal that they need to put them through? Let us find out. This one's off the crossbar. A good save off the goal line by Isk. 1 second left. Who's going to have it? Nobody. As we are headed to overtime in game number 4. High stakes here for both teams. If Stout gets this goal, this golden goal, they will take the series 3-1. But if RCTC find it, this one goes to game number 5, and they come in riding all the momentum. An absolutely huge moment here for both teams. And that one's dangerous, but Alpha gets a great save. Skylar manages to pinch it up. Here comes Death foretold. Doesn't get the touch he's looking for, though. A secondary shot from Wolf. And it's going to be Isk who manages to clear it out, but it's right to Skylar. A huge touch there from Isk. Can Treyway find the next touch? No. Alpha now has it. He's going to get one touch. He's got Trey laying below. He's got a good touch there. Trey gets a 50 to keep it close, but it's going to be down to Isk to keep it in Stout's half. A double commit there from Stout, and now Skylar's maybe got a chance. A low 50 there from Trey is going to benefit them hugely. Isk now is going to go for the solo play. Has one touch. Beats one. Maybe there for Alpha, but he chooses not to jump. Trey now hustling back. He's going to get one touch. Trey's looking for a second. He's got an open net chance, but no, it's just off the post again. Stout just can't beat the post so far in this game. Treyway now, he's got another great chance. He needs to find a teammate out in mid to pass to. Can he find one? No. Here's a net shot from Isk, but it's off the wall this time. Luckily, the post doesn't block Stout that time, but instead it's the wall. This one's dangerous now for RCTC. It's going to be hanging around in the corner, but Isk is going to get the clear. Isk is going to get another touch. A demo there from Skylar. Now, what can RCTC do to try to capitalize here? A low boost here from Mosa Stout. That's another demo coming out. A beautiful 50 there by Wolf. Alpha has got to do whatever he can to keep this ball away from net. And now he's got full boost. Alpha's turn. He's got Isk, also has full boost. Isk just misses the touch. And a huge goal-scoring chance there gone to waste. Skylar now he's going to get 50'd. This one's still hanging around the wall. It's going to be Alpha on sidewall here, but it's going to be taken up by Skylar. Isk is going to grab the ball. He's going to grab one and leaves it for Trey. Trey gets one. It's going to go off the corner. Maybe a shot there for Alpha, but no challenge. As Skylar's going to get one touch, it's going to be up to backboard. Alpha's there to meet it. Trey now takes a bad 50. Maybe a chance here for RCTC. Big dunk coming out, but no goal comes. As this one's dangerous again. Isk doesn't get the touch. This one's still lurking around the net. What can Stout do? They need to get this ball out. They've been playing far too much defense. All it takes is one mistake. Wolf goes up and grabs that clear. Here comes Alpha, though, for Stout. Alpha gets one. He's going to get the redirect. Maybe a shot on. That one's on target, but it's not powerful enough to get rid of Wolf. This one has just been so dangerous for Stout. This ball's awkward now. Skylar's trying to get it out, but it's going to be laying here. Wolf, big time clear, and now Stout's got to hustle back. A good touch there from Skylar, but it's not going to end up on target. We are 3 minutes in the overtime here, and both teams have had huge chances to score. Here's another one for RCTC, but no, it's off the post again. The post has been denying both teams so many goals in this game, and it denies RCTC another one, as RCTC is playing such physical Rocket League. The bumps, the demos, they're demoing the third man, they're demoing the second man, they're demoing the whole team when they can. RCTC has tried everything. They've pulled every single play out of the playbook to try to get this one, and they're finally gonna find it. After 3.5 minutes, Skylar's gonna get a nice little pop over the last two defenders there, as Isk and Alpha can't get around to it in time. And after 3.5 minutes, we have confirmed we're going to game number 5. Can RCTC finish off the series? They have the momentum. Can they pull off the upset? What a game number 4 we just saw there as Stout, the favorites in this one. They are in a dangerous position here. They're currently sitting third, but a loss like this could slide them down in the group. Meanwhile, RCTC, this would be an absolutely huge win for them here and a big-time upset over Stout, who, like I've said before, Stout highly favored coming into this matchup on paper. But as we're seeing today, this one's been 50-50 across the board, as RCTC is just going to manage to take that one off of a defensive mishap there from Stout, as nobody's managed to get onto that ball on time. So we're headed to game number 5 here, folks. And I definitely don't think Stout was expecting to find themselves in this situation. I think the expectation coming into this game was a 3-0 sweep, maybe a 3-1 at worst, but now Stout find themselves in game number 5, a place where they did not want to be finding themselves so far in this series. So we are going to get into game number 5 here very shortly, and it should be an absolutely great one. Either team has a great shot at getting this game. I definitely think RCTC is carrying the momentum into this one, but I do still think Stout has looked the better team so far in this game. So we're going to have to see. I mean, Stout likely still favored here, but RCTC, they have the momentum coming into game number 5, and momentum in Rocket League means a huge deal. So we're going to see if they can manage to find that goal, that one chance they need to push themselves ahead, and maybe they can hang on to steal a series win here from Stout. As we are getting ready to get into the next game here momentarily, following a brief pause. Like I said, Stout here, not expecting this game to go like this, not expecting the series to go like this. They just did not find themselves probably predicting the situation that they're in, much the less having to find themselves, like I said, in a game 5 against a team that on paper they should be handling. But regardless of what paper says, paper doesn't play the games, the players do. As now Stout is going to need to find something here in game number 5 to answer, or can RCTC manage to absolutely steal this one, as I am immediately silenced. RCTC not able to save this one as Alpha. What a beautiful double, and Death has no chance at getting back to that ball. An absolutely amazing play there by Stout, as they're going to find themselves up early 1-0. This is the momentum they need. Stout, a very momentum team. When they get going, but when they're in a rut, they can be in a rut. But this high-paced offense is what we've been missing from them a lot so far this series. If they can pick up the tempo of this game, they might have a really good shot here, but you can't count out RCTC. The goal line defense we've seen from this team has been like no other I've seen on this stream. But as soon as I say that, the caster's curse strikes and an easy clear is whiffed. As this one's gonna fall on Death Foretold again. He's just not gonna look for the touch. He's just not gonna get the touch that he needs here. And now suddenly Stout find themselves up to 30 seconds in. And the last time we found ourselves in this type of situation, Stout closed it out with a 5-2 convincing victory. Will the same book be written twice, or can RCTC change the storyline? We're gonna find out here. We have 4 minutes left of Rocket League to play. Who will be the winner at this one? Stout looks like the favorites for now, but this is Rocket League. The scores, the momentum can shift so dramatically, so quickly in this game. Skylar now is gonna find it out to Alpha. Alpha looks for the double, he's gonna grab it. This one gonna be taken off the sidewall here. Death Foretold is gonna get one touch, but it's gonna end up going backwards now. Isk is looking for the 50, gets a nice one. Maybe looking for the follow-up, but no can do. As this one just awkward here for Isk. He's just hanging around. A good shot on back post, but no, the back wall there to take it away. Maybe if that net was just a car length wider, he could have had a chance there. Isk now gets beat on that 50. Alpha gets a little bit of an awkward pop here, but he's gonna get the pop, and it's gonna be an open net for Alpha. Wait, but Death Foretold! He makes it back in time on what I thought was a for sure open net. A very quick rotate there from Death Foretold, and now suddenly RCTC has a counterattack, but it's taken immediately back. Who has the counterattack now? It's Stout. Stout find themselves on offense after nearly giving up an amazing counterattack goal there. Alpha misses the shot on. Can Isk find it now? He's gonna get one touch, but it's gonna be popped up by Skylar, and the game is cooled off once again. Two incredibly close counter-attacking opportunities, one for each team, and none managed to fall into the net. So we are just under halfway through this one. Stout still maintaining their 2-goal lead here. This one's gonna come off sidewall now. Treyway gets a touch, but it's a pretty awkward one. A double commit there from RCTC. Wolf now is gonna have the reset. He's gonna look for the flick. Very late flick there, but it's not gonna be able to find the net. We are halfway through at this one. Stout's up 2-0, but this is still anybody's game. A good 50 there, and Skylar just takes it right through the defense. RCTC find their first goal in this one, and suddenly, like I've said so many times, they have a lifeline. They have a way back into this game. They're only down one. All they need is one lucky 50 to go their way, and suddenly we have a tie game. Alpha now looking to stop that from happening. He's gonna get one, but it's knocked out of the sky by Skylar. This one coming off back wall there, taken by Wolf. And this one's gonna come off sidewall. Wolf's got a chance now. He's gonna get the reset. He has to pass out to Skylar, but Alpha's gonna be the first one there. Alpha gets a double, and a great double there from Alpha. Double commit there on the defense. As we're gonna see Isk trying to reel back for this one. That's gonna be a good 50 there from Wolf, but luckily for Stout, Isk is back in time. Alpha starts a solo play, but it's going to take it away from him. Trey looking for a 50, gets a nice 50. That's a beautiful dunk there from Trey. Isk trying to find a 50 of his own, but can't make contact. This one going to be dangerous. That's going to fall off back wall, but no, Wolf is already there. That's another dangerous 50. Stout has been getting very lucky on these 50s. They've been providing a lot of goal-scoring opportunities, but they just haven't been able to find one more. If they can just get one more here, this game is firmly in their possession. But with 80 seconds left, it's still anybody's game. Can Stout hold on? Can they find another goal? Alpha almost gets that one through all three defenders. And there's a shot from Treyway, and that's the goal that Stout needed. Stout goes up 2 now with 1:13. As Alpha just gets met by 3 bodies at the line. But what comes with a triple commit save leaves an open net after. Stout now, they're going to be up 3-1, 1:13. All they need to do is play some quality defense, and they've got this series taken away. A little scarier than they might have liked, but they are still in possession. They are still in control, and they look like to be the favorites to win this series. And it's going to come back down again. Isk gets beat there, but RCTC not out of it yet. 50 seconds is still a lot of time to make something happen. Alpha gets the pop. He's going to grab the reset. As gets another 50 here, as he's just trying to look to waste time. As long as you can disrupt the flow here of RCTC, you've got to be looking pretty good. And as soon as I say disrupt the flow, Isk there picks up the demo now. as there's going to be a shot from Treyway, maybe a double, and no. Treyway tries to find what would have been for sure the game-sealing goal, as Alpha has a crow at it, but he just doesn't get to it. Isk now wants his turn, and all three members of Stout have had their turn at putting this game away, but none of them have found it. And Alpha got a little greedy. He wanted a second chance, but it's denied by Wolf. 12 seconds. Can Stout just hang on a little bit longer? Can RCTC find something? They're going to need a goal just right about now, but that's going to be it. They're not going to be able to find one in time. And UW-Stout wins a nail-biter of a series. 3-1 game score. UW-Stout wins this one in 5. Your final score, UW-Stout Blue Devils 3 and Rochester Community Technical College 2. What a series. Just what a phenomenal series we saw here today. And coming into this, I don't think there was much expectations for this one to go all the way to 5, but it did. We saw game number 5 here from UW-Stout and Rochester Community Technical College as Stout squeaks out a game that they needed to win to keep themselves in consideration at the top of the bracket, as Rochester Community Technical College just falls short there after a great OT winner in game number 4. Thank you guys so much for joining us here on UW-Stout Esports. My name is Axtro, and we have had a great time hosting some amazing Rocket League here tonight. Keep tuning in to these esports streams, I promise. They're all amazing. Make sure to drop us a follow so you can get notified whenever we go live to see some great UW-Stout esports content. Final score, UW-Stout 3, Rochester Community Technical College 2. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time.